As soon as I found out Darren Aronofsky was doing a religious film, I had to see it. What's up, everybody? Back today with another review, and it's going to be Noah, starring Russell Crowe, Jennifer Connelly, and of course directed by Darren Aronofsky. And if you've seen any of his films, you know it could be potentially strange. And yeah, at times it's kind of strange. It's his take on a religious story, co-written by Darren Aronofsky and Ari Handel. So, you know, it was basically a pet project of Darren Aronofsky's. Apparently, he's been obsessed with Noah since he was young. And the movie was causing controversy from all the test screenings. I didn't really read too much into that because I knew I was going to see the film anyways. And, I'm not a big-time religious guy, so I knew it wasn't going to offend me. I just wanted to see what he put together on film. And to tell you the truth, I really liked it. It does have a lot of flaws. There's several parts where you could be turned off this movie. But I overlooked them because in the grand scheme of things, I really thought Darren Aronofsky had some serious balls to make a religious film, especially with people being so sensitive about religion. You know, you got your atheists on one side, you got your true believers on the other, and I don't know, everybody just seems so easily offended these days. And the path he took with the story was not the traditional Noah path. He basically converted it into like a fantasy movie, and I don't believe they even used the word God in this movie at all. They always referred to him as creator. And at the core of the story is basically Russell Crowe's Noah is almost like an environmentalist. He's a naturalist. And all the bad guys, they explain in the movie, but it's basically they represent industrialization and, man taking over the world. And there's references to mining. They even show like a burned out mining structure. And it looks a lot more modern than you would think. So the film is kind of like a post-apocalyptic film that leads into another apocalypse. And then, we see the resolution at the end of the film. Overall, the way the film looked is another thing that just blew me away. Just the montages that Aronofsky worked into here. There's several montage scenes that are similar to time-lapse photography. And every time they were happening on the big screen, I was just blown away. I loved it. It explained exposition at the same time, and it was visually interesting. Big props to him and the cinematographer, Matthew Labatique. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But like I said, there are several things that probably could turn you off. First of all, if you're really religious, you might not buy this take on Noah. I don't know how accurate it is to the story. I mean, it seemed pretty accurate to me. But I'm sure there's things in there. I know Ray Winstone's character was thrown in. And that kind of leads me, like I said, to all the things that could turn you off. Ray Winstone's character is a bad guy that is thrown in there, and he is slightly underdeveloped. But at the same time, I'm going to argue for his character because he presents the counterpoint to Noah's character. Noah's character is, the creator rules. We're trying to make the world beautiful, keep it natural. And Ray Winstone's character, even though he doesn't have much screen time, presents the counter thing is, we were made in God's image. We are here to rule over the animals. The world is ours. And I kind of like the way they did that, definitely. And then also the people are going to be complaining about bad CGI. And the bad CGI almost did turn me off, especially on these rock characters. I don't want to go into too much about them, but they are probably the best characters in the movie. They give a little montage of their origins, and that was freaking cool. But they're done like these crazy rock creatures, and the way I wrote it off in my mind was thinking that Darren Aronofsky had to know the way they looked when he saw it. So I'm thinking he was going for that Ray Harryhausen, Jason and the Argonauts, maybe homage there with the way those characters look, because they don't really fit in with the rest of the movie. They do look kind of like stop motion, but they are the best characters in the movie. Really cool. And then the CGI on some of the animals, because some of the animals are like tweaked versions of the natural animals. And they have these really cool scenes where the animals arrive at the ark, but they're clearly CGI because apparently from what I read that no animals were used at all in this movie. And you can tell they're CGI, even though it looks pretty good. Just, when you have that much CGI, how, you still have some defects. Overall, I like the way Noah looked. I was impressed with Russell Crowe's performance. He really brought it home that, man, I survived the apocalypse. I left people out to die. Am I freaking crazy? He was having the visions. You have a little cameo by Anthony Hopkins, which I thought was slightly maybe too much comic relief. But overall, I really appreciate Darren Aronofsky's, balls for making this movie basically the way he wanted to. And I'm sure there was a lot of pressure from the studios. And, down the road, hopefully we can read more about that. But I'm going to give the film a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, I know it's super high, but that's my opinion, okay, guys? I do think it's a better than average movie. I don't think it's for everybody. I've tried to lay out the warnings of the things you probably won't like. It's more of a drama than an action film, but it's an interesting twist, something we really haven't seen in a long time. It's like, basically like a remake, not really, but it's just an old story with a new twist, and I liked it. It wasn't 100% predictable. It was something a little different. Even though I think the worst thing in the film is probably the bad CGI, I can overlook it because, you know, the scale of the film's there, and I really think they achieved overall what they wanted to do. So let me know what you thought of Noah down below. Am I completely wrong? Should I get out of my mom's basement like someone told me the other day? I don't know. Let me know what you thought of Noah. I know liking it as much as I did, I'm probably in a small minority of people, but you let me know down below. And what's your favorite Darren Aronofsky film? All right. See you guys.